moved.
Yeah. But that, yeah, it's particularly associated with this location, but also there's a psychological aspect to it. But because people are going to be sitting in the chair, looking in the mirror, there's, you know, it's going to be quite scary for people to do it.
Yeah, nearly every single member of the team will have a go at sitting in this chair. There is whistling. Paul, can we get on with it, please, now?
Yes, we're going to crack right on, Yvette. And I must say, the last time something secret was planned involving the team, 6 of you ended up nailed down in coffins. So I'm really looking forward to see what's involved tonight. It's going to be fantastic. Yvette Fielding and the team, ladies and gentlemen. Kieran, Carl, there's Brian Shepherd, Stuart and the gang are out there as well. They're going to crack on. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, it's going to be a long night. We are with you absolutely live until midnight, but I am not alone here. We've got the studio audience, of course, here in St George's Hall in Liverpool, and our regular contributors and experts. Let's meet them now. Leslie Smith, academic and historian, and Fred Batt, demonologist and master of the dark arts. Well, Leslie looking lovely as ever. Yvette's in a kind of take-no-prisoners mood tonight. She wants to crack right on, so let's get to the chase. What might they be expecting tonight? What's the history of this building?
I'm very envious about not being there tonight. It is absolutely spectacular, half-timbered mansion, rooted right the way back even to Robert the Bruce being in the area. The mansion itself a little later. In fact, the Great Hall actually is from the 1320s. It is a spectacular building. We have a martyred priest linked with the family there. We have murder. We have suicide, despair, but we also have extraordinary family stories of courage as well. A very Catholic house. And because of that, lots of plotting and hiding away and that sort of thing. Oh, and we've even got witches. We've got witches that were accused and released. I don't want to give too much away, but believe me, folks, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
And we should say that Yvette and the team, certainly not Brian Shepherd, can hear anything we're saying now. Fred, Leslie's mentioned witches. You mentioned them the other night. Are you looking forward to tonight?
Tonight is, well, it should be the night, because everybody who as a fan of Most Haunted remembers Pendle Hill. This place is right next to Pendle Hill. Which was some of the most extreme activity and most terrifying activity the team have endured. And tonight we already have, they think, is Jake that we got throughout the week. And Jake, as Leslie said, is an old word for moron. And when it was coming through last night, it was talking about that we think was a demon. And so if that's there tonight as well, we should be in for some fireworks. At least I hope so.
Well, it's going to be a great night. Give them some applause. They can be with us till midnight. Fred and Leslie, ladies and gentlemen. But this Most Haunted Live has been very different indeed. And for that reason, even more fascinating and at times terrifying, because you at home have guided the investigation. You've been our eyes and ears via the interactive team and via the webcams. Here to tell you how you can get involved is Julian Clegg. Julian!
Thanks very much indeed, Paul. And already you're getting in touch via Interactive. I've got a great story, actually, for Yvette that I'm going to pass on in a few moments' time from a tour guide at Salisbury Hall, so that's coming up in a moment. Your message is coming in thick and fast. Thank you for your stories about Strange at Home, which goes on every night on this show. Just to mention a couple, we do love getting them, by the way. Laura in West Bromwich, her dog barked at the TV during the experiments last night, particularly the phone experiment. Thank you for that one. Simon and Cara in Nottingham, during the Ouija board experiment, their television switched itself on and off 5 times. Very spooky. We're loving the show is the message. Now, how can you get in touch and how does it work? Well, basically on our website we have an interactive map and we have our webcams, and I want you to look at them tonight. Let's look at the interactive map first of all. That's what you find first, and that shows you where the webcams are in Salisbury Hall. Webcam 1 in the Great Hall, there it is there. Webcam 2 tonight is in the parlour. Webcam 3 is in the priest room, and then finally webcam 4 is in the chapel. Now let's have a go round those webcams right now and see what you're spotting as well, because already things are coming in. Webcam 1 in the Great Hall, there it is. Already the messages coming in about dark shadowy figures and dark mists on that webcam. Don't forget to say who you are and where you're from when you get in touch, so I can give you a mention. Let's move on to webcam 2 in the parlour. There it is, activity on that too. Lots of orb activity already since 8 o'clock tonight, and a white figure stood on the left-hand side of that webcam. That's another theme already. Let's move on to webcam 3, the priest's room, and the theme on that one is reflections in the mirror. And the mirror frame moving on its own as well. Thank you for those messages on webcam 3, the priest's room. And webcam 4, let's bring that one up now. That is the chapel, and the themes already from you at home. Dark figures kneeling, maybe monks seems to be a theme there, and a dark figure of a lady walking through the room. What can you see? let me know. And bear in mind, if you think the team should be going somewhere during the evening, or if you've got a message for the team about something you've seen, we will pass it on directly to Yvette and Carl and the team. That's the way it works. Of all the details on the website, mosthauntedlive.net, but you can get in touch with me via text. Send me a text the word screen, then a space to 80889. The text costs 50p plus one text message charged at a standard rate. You must be 18 or over to get in touch with Most Haunted Live, by the way. And the website for the interactive map, the webcams and your messages, mosthauntedlive.net. Now on to our competition. Fabulous prize. You're off to London's West End to see The Woman in Black if you're a winner, selected at random. And also you're going to get 2 nights bed and breakfast and dinner at London's Radisson Hotel. Now you must be a UK resident and over 18 to enter the competition, all importantly. We'll also throw in a pair of priority tickets if you're the winner to come to the next UK-based Most Haunted Live and Series 10 of Most Haunted on DVD. And 10 runners-up walking up with the DVD as well, and the priority tickets for the next UK event. So here's the all-important question. If you want to be a winner, our first transmission from abroad was Most Haunted Live Transylvania, which was based in which European country? Was it A, Germany, B, Romania, or C, Spain? And you can enter by going to mosthauntedlive.net. Once this Most Haunted Live ends on Friday, you can still enter by going to livingtv.co.uk/competitions for another week, and then the competition will close proper at midnight on the 23rd of January. Please remember to leave your name. The winners will be selected at random and informed later that week, and contact Virgin Media if you wish to know the names of the winners. Good luck. We look forward to seeing you at the next UK event. Finally, I leave you with this message from Cheryl. She says, I play Catherine Howard, the 5th wife of King Henry VIII, as part of the Tudors tour at Samlesbury Hall, where the team are tonight. We start the tour in the Great Hall, where I get a headache whenever I am in character. The tour then moves into the parlour, and I sit in the chair by the window, and when I'm here, my headache gets worse, and I start to feel sick. I believe because of the greatness of my characters, someone targets me deliberately. Why don't you see if Yvette gets the same experience if she sits in that chair? I wonder, we might try that later. Good luck for tonight. You won't be disappointed. We have plenty of pictures from photo shoots that contain orbs. That's just the kind of story we like. Cheryl, thank you very much indeed. More from Interactive later. Paul, over to you.
Thank you, Julian. So, Yvette and the team are in the haunted hall, and they are chasing dark phantoms. Frightened? You should be. More after this. Hello and welcome back to Most Haunted Live. We are with you until midnight, absolutely live, where the search for evil continues. Now, we have based ourselves here in St George's Hall in Liverpool, but Yvette and the team are in Samlesbury Hall, further into the northwest, in the Preston area. They are in pursuit of dark phantoms. Here's what might be lurking, waiting for them tonight.
Taking strange shapes and forms, these elementals are claimed to be indescribable, with those that encounter them being unable to give more than a passing observation as to how they looked, being more likely to explain them by way of how they experience the phenomena emotionally, usually a mixture of pure terror and horror at the often black and enveloping shape that comes from nowhere, exuding noxious odours, menace, and moving from opaque to solid to vanish and reappear elsewhere. Leap Castle in Ireland claims such an elemental, scene of a brutal murder of brother by brother in the early 1500s as they fought for control of their family clan. One of the brothers, a priest, was holding mass in what is now called the Bloody Chapel. As he chanted the holy rites, his rival brother fatally wounded him. The butchered priest fell across the altar dead. This heinous act and the blasphemy of the sacred mass cut short is believed to have created a shapeshifter. A terrifying meeting with this creature was recorded in 1909. The thing was thin, shadowy. Its face was inhuman, with lust in its eyes which seemed half decomposed, in black cavities stared into mine. The horrible smell came up into my face, giving me a deadly nausea. It was the smell of a decomposing corpse. Will the Most Haunted team be able to capture a similar experience of this sinister representation of evil incarnate and retain their sanity?
a terrifying night in prospect. We've already had tappings and knockings at Samlesbury Hall. Let's get straight back there now as Yvette Fielding and the team launch